Um, I'm back with another Behind the Song. I'm going to do a step behind. This one was the first song that we posted on our channel. And back before we had uh, my favorite hair that I've ever had in existence. Um, this song is super meaningful. Um, Probably the first song that I wrote that kind of explained certain things. There are just some things you don't talk about, and then for me, that is where the music comes in. I don't write happy. It's not that I choose to not write happy, I just choose authenticity, and for that to be authentic, the music is very real. The music is very real. It's like you can laugh and hide as much as you want, but when it comes to the song, like you can't run, you can't hide. So for the first verse of this one goes, so used to you crawling up through all the cracks in my reflection that you left. So new to what's become of you as you're shifting in my mind, oh what a mess. And for me, this is just speaking of the always looking in a mirror and like the cracks in the reflection, like the different pieces and parts that you see in a mirror. It's like you can't hide from yourself when you look in the mirror and you see what you are. And then having this idea of what this person is, just constantly shifting and changing in your head. It's such a very personal song. I have to like toe the line of what I say. And also there is a nuance to having songs be interpreted by other people. Yeah, is that how you feel? Okay. And then you go into the chorus. Even on the brightest night, I still feel you by my side, always a step behind. The concept of a step behind, it's for me personally, it always felt like this person was ahead. No matter what, I felt like I was always trying to catch up. They always knew what was going on before me. But using this verbiage of always a step behind, it's creating the imagery of like they're like right here. Like you can't run faster than they can find you. And even on the brightest night, like you're always there. This person is always there. Kind of speaks for itself. And then you get to verse 2. So few can ever really understand how much you changed my life and fucked me up. Inside of me is a silent plea that we won't let you in. Oh, we've had enough. And it's kind of like no one really understands because they weren't in it. They don't understand. And then like pleading with yourself to be like, don't do the same thing that we've always done. Like, don't do that, because we are done with the familiarity of this love. We are done with the comfort of the past. That was not good for us. It has to be a constant like choice to decide and want better regardless. And then you go back to the even on the brightest night, I still feel you by my side, always a step behind. Like you're always right here. I can't run away from something that is always right here. And then you go to the bridge. Run away, turn around, skip a beat, hit the ground. Never really got away. Never really got away. You just hit with the realization that you're always knocked down by this same thing, and you never really were able to escape it because you can't run from something that's not necessarily a part of you, because that makes it feel like you have to accept. There is a bit of acceptance, but just more so like the trauma that you went through is not something you can run away from. You can't drink to escape it. You can't get high to escape it. You can't act like it's not there. You never really get away from something until you face it. So if it's always a step behind you, it's not there. It's not something you can actively heal through. You have to have some sort of facing and confronting to actually run away. I mean, you're not really running away. You're getting through. You can't get over, can't go around, gotta go through. Which brings you to the last chorus, but it changes. So even on the darkest night and even on the brightest day. And I think that was switched around in either the SoundCloud or the SoundCloud Anna channel. But I can still imagine what you'd say. A piece of you is always in my way. I can still feel you by my side. Always a step behind. And that gets repeated 2 or 3 times. I can still feel you by my side. Always just a step behind. Like you're always right there. And like when we're talking about comfort and familiarity, that is nice to know, right? You don't want to necessarily run away from something that makes you feel comfortable. But then there's also the, we don't need this to feel comfortable. But it does feel like a piece of this is always in your way. No matter who it is, a toxic ex, toxic past, toxic parent. Like when you have something gnawing at your brain, it always just feels like, even on the best day, even on the worst day, even on the okayest day, like no matter what is going on mood-wise, there is always a piece of this in the way, in the works. You can't ever run away from who you are and what you do and what you've been through. And in a sense, you don't really want to run away from that. You want to face it and you want to work through that and move through that. But then it's not that easy. It's never that easy to just work through that, move through that. Which leads to the end, which is a repeat of the first section of the first verse. So used to you, crawling up through all the cracks of my reflection that you left. It's like I'm so used to seeing all the things, all the ways, because when I look in a mirror, I can still see all the pieces and parts of me that are around. It's like just, and I'm so used to it. It's almost just like that same, you're always here, you're always there. Like you can't really run away from who you are. It's not a very fun song. Not a lot of my songs are fun, but it is a very real song, a very real concept, a very real feeling of I can't get away from what is already still here, which is a lot like Underwater, but it's a different feeling of isolation, where you're just like, no one can understand how this feels. I can run as far away as I want, but I never really got away. And like every time I look in the mirror, I see a reflection of who I became because of this. Oof. It's like fine when you write it out and then you say it out loud and you're like, totally fine. But that was A Step Behind. That was the first song that was uploaded to our channel. Original wise. Technically the second song uploaded, but the first original was uploaded to our channel. And one of the originals uploaded to our SoundCloud. Thank you.